everybody, what's going on? We are making fairy houses today. I got a fairy house that I dropped and he needs to be fixed if that's possible. So Herbert says he is totally fixable. I agree with you. And I have a whole boatload of other fairy houses that need to be made. And I'm going to try out a couple of new things today with the fairy house making because, you know, I want to get that process to a point where it's not as time consuming. So 3 different ideas run around my head about how to do that. So that's what is in the cards for today. And yeah, should be really fun. So thanks for coming along. You and me, babe. You and me, babe. It's just nothing else like you. We're ready to go. Y'all remember this little guy that I dropped on his head and made him all flat? I'm going to try and fix him. He's been hanging out in the wet box. He's not as crooked now as he was when I first dropped him because I messed with him a little bit before I put him in the wet box. But I'm going to see if I can't pull that out a little bit and make it look more like it did before I dropped him on his head. Okay, I'm learning stuff here. I'm learning that these little guys right here, these little leafies, cannot go in the wet box and then be used again. So I pressed another leaf. It's not like it's that difficult. But I did press another leaf and I put a leaf underneath the flower because I was able to lift it up so it didn't look flat, but then it still looked like it wasn't balanced. So I got another leaf right there, and now I just need to paint it. And I put a little swirly-do right there because it looked like it needed a swirly-do. So now I just got to paint it, and thankfully it's painted in colors that are easy to tell what color they are. This is chartreuse and pink, both speedball under glazes. And it looks like my little fairy house is going to survive my klutziness. Yay! It's a rarity that happens. I also learned, however, that these little things, these were not in the wet box, but these, again, out of the Play-Doh toy. These little things, this thing, I kid you not, was hard as a rock. I squirted it once with some water. And I guess because it's extruded and it just doesn't have the memory, it's mind-blowing how these little things, I go to bend them and they crack into nothingness. And I don't even bend them that far and they turn into nothingness. But this little thing, oh, and I just knocked off the end of it. But this little thing that's curled up into the tiniest little ball just stretches right back out into a straight line. Unbelievable. So, there you have it. To dry out. He's pretty cute. I think, you know, can't really tell he was ever dropped. That makes me happy. I like him a lot. I love them all. I know I've said that before. I love them all. I have 3 little fairy houses. And I tried out 3 different methods. Okay, so the 3 different methods were, this one I did a little pinch pot. I attached the flowers to the pinch pot and then attached the pinch pot to the fairy house. This one, I did a little pinch pot and then I attached the pinch pot to the extruded form first, and then attached all the flowers on top, and I didn't have to worry about covering up all of the little tiny spots that didn't get covered up for whatever reason. And then this one, I didn't do a pinch pot. I took my extruded form, I pinched around the top of it until I had more of a dome shape here at the top, like this. And then I attached the flowers directly to the extruded form. This is the best way. For me, at least. This way was also good. Because, you know, you could still, it's so much easier to attach the flowers, but then it starts causing problems when you go to attach the flowers and the base to the form, and you end up fussing with it a lot more. This one, where I put a closed dome over it, definitely it was too hard to reach up in there. It was too hard to support it from behind. It was too hard to attach things to. Whereas this, I could attach, I could attach my flower and still get my finger in the top for the amount of time that I could get in the top. And then I only had to attach one by trying to support it from underneath, which seemed to work the best. And I didn't, screw out the form. The height is an issue. Tall ones like this, I can't get my fingers up there to support it. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to do that or give up on the tall ones. But this size is just perfect. And this size was pretty okay too. But I ended up, and you might be able to, I don't know that you'll be able to see from there, but the form almost lost its square altogether several times as I was trying to attach that pinch pot to the top of the... So I'm really liking this method the best. But all these are going to sit in the wet box for a while. I think I want them to sit in the wet box so that we can, because I'm thinking I might want to put some underglaze on them before I bisque fire them. So, but the bisque fire kiln fires tomorrow. And then, I'll be able to use these as well as those to make some decisions on how best to go about getting the underglaze on, if I want to do underglaze, and then choosing, maybe some celadons to do kind of an all celadon look, which is transparent glaze. To do an all transparent glaze look, I'm kind of, I don't know, part of me thinks that would be really cool, and part of me thinks that would not. So, anyway, I also learned that these little flowers in the wet box do not come out in a manner in which they can be formed and attached to something. I am grateful that I am learning new methods to put my sweet little fairy houses together. I am grateful to hang out in the garage for a few hours. And I am grateful that we are going this weekend to clay and do fun stuff and spend the night in Dallas. Woohoo! Me and Superman road trip. Oh, that's great. And we just pop it with a pencil.